The top 5 tech trends for 2023. As a futurist, I look far ahead, but I also look at the short term to really give business leaders and decision makers an understanding of the things they need to focus on right now and right here. AI everywhere. I've now talked about AI as a future trend for many years, but in 2023 it will enter the mainstream. We now have apps that have AI embedded in them. We have a no-code environment, which means anyone can design new AI applications without any knowledge of programming. We now have artificial intelligence as a service. That means companies that store your data have the ability to simply switch on new AI capabilities. And this will augment all of our jobs. It will change all of our business processes. Some of the key trends within AI that I'm watching very carefully are natural language processing and machine vision, as well as the generation of synthetic content. For me, this has been brought to the mainstream by companies like Metaphysic that created the deep Tom Cruise that went viral on TikTok, and they just went to the grand final of America's Got Talent, where they brought Elvis back to life and had Elvis sing with Simon Cowell. So for me, this is a really important trend every company needs to watch very carefully. Metaverse technologies. In 2023, technologies like virtual and augmented reality will reshape our organizations and will increasingly blur the lines between the physical and the digital world. Companies now need to start preparing for this and think about more immersive content and to create a more immersive world of work. They need to experiment and pilot with these technologies and maybe even think about digital-only products like companies such as Nike are now doing. Even McDonald's is thinking about opening a digital restaurant. And we also need to rethink our customer and employee experiences. Can we hold meetings in a virtual room that makes it better than Zoom? And we need to think about customer support that can use augmented reality to help customers fix problems and help them assemble things and so on. So these are really important trends to watch, and now it's time for companies to get their hands dirty. A programmable world. In 2023, we will see an increasingly digitally editable world where we can change the real world by manipulating it in the digital world. So for example, take a digital twin. That is a digital copy of a real world object. Let's take a car, for example, a race car, Formula 1 car. We can design this car in the digital world. We can even run it through digital simulation and tests using digital wind tunnels. And then we can 3D print this car and components of this car. And this will change so many different aspects. For example, we can now use the same with gene editing. We now have the CRISPR-Cas9 technology that allows us to manipulate DNA. We do this in the digital world, but then create new plants, new animals, and even human traits that we can change. We also see similar advances in nanotechnology, where we can edit at the nanoscale materials and create new materials, things like self-healing materials, carbon fibers, or even graphene, the thinnest materials in the world that is 200 times stronger than steel. Web3 technologies. In 2023, we will continue to re-architect trust using blockchain technology, so these immutable ledger technologies that allow us to store things and record things in the blockchain. This will allow us to look at entire supply chains and entire industries and take out middlemen that are trusted functions. Think about the insurance industry, think about the banking world where we have middlemen that hold those trust functions. In the future, technology can take this over and perform the trust function without these middlemen organizations. We will also have new technologies like non-fungible tokens, NFTs, that allow us to record digital ownership of things. And blockchain technology and Web3 technology will allow us to manage our digital identity. So this will change many industries and is a really important trend that I really recommend every company now starts to experiment with. An intelligent and connected world. In 2023, we will see this increasingly intelligent and connected world that uses technologies like the Internet of Things, so smart, intelligent devices that are storing and transmitting data. This is then enabled by other technologies like 5G or 6G that is coming along. This will enable this smart world that creates things like nanobots that could swim in our bloodstream and help us monitor our health. We can have more intelligent and smart energy grids and even entire smart cities that we can monitor using digital twin technology and artificial intelligence. So this will, again, these increasingly smart and connected devices and smart and connected worlds will allow us to completely reimagine many sectors, from healthcare to city planning to manufacturing, and every company needs to watch this space very carefully. So those were my top 5. But I want to add one bonus one, because in 2023 we cannot talk about technology trends without mentioning sustainability. And across all of those trends, sustainability is becoming such an important component. We've seen this in Web3 technology, where Ethereum basically changed their processes to a proof-of-stake process that is much greener and less energy hungry. We're seeing now data centers that are even carbon negative, using not only sustainable energy, but also generating energy themselves. And we need to make sure we use all of these technologies for the good of our planet. So this is a really important trend. This obviously was just a very brief overview of all of these 5 trends. There is so much more on this channel. Subscribe for much more in-depth look at all of these key technologies, which I also cover in my book Business Trends in Practice and my book Tech Trends in Practice.